Top of it. Yeah, this video right here is going to be differentiating between traditional relationships and modern relationships, and really the reason why the most important thing, the main reason why their modern relationships fail. The traditional relationships is marked by this from start to finish. One, um, one is you meet the woman, you get a phone number, call her, and date her. Basically, you court the woman. It's like a dating ritual. Everyone talk about Beyonce and Jay Z, but Jay Z took the time to court that woman. From Beyonce's words, man, they were friends for a year before they went on one date. And so Jay Z did it traditionally. Seen her, made initial contact. Now it was easier for Jay Z, of course, because he's a celebrity and his wife is a celebrity, and so meeting her was easy. Saying something to her was easy. The courting process was very difficult. Not too difficult, but difficult. And he rose from there and got married. And traditionally, as far as relationship go, the man is the sole provider, protector, and the woman is a manager. Think of the man as being the general manager, the woman the supervisor, and the kids are the CEO. I mean, the kids are the employees. But the man, if the man has to address the kids, then it's a big problem. Um, and so that's so much for that. But the modern relationship is mainly is everything's automated. From meeting up to courting, it's all automated. And so since it's automated is basically means is that the process is sped up, so it's kind of microwaved. You understand what I'm saying? You meeting in DMs. You're meeting on dating apps. You're not going out anywhere like traditionally. You go out somewhere, meet a person. You meet them at school, work, concert, grocery store, gas station, a different function. But now it's DMs. Click your picture, like your picture, slide in DMs, and you guys court through social media. Now, if it's on some app like Facebook, you go through the person's pictures, and basically the pictures and the commentary on the pictures give you an idea of what that person's about. So before you go out, you kind of got an idea. You have a better idea than what you had. So that's one advantage modern day dating has over traditional dating is that via social media automation that you kind of get an idea of what that person is about and whether you want to pursue it or not. But with traditional, you know what I mean. You got to learn, so you got to be around that person. You got to actually spend more time with that person to see what that person is about, and see if you want to continue on with that person. Okay, so, but the end result of traditional marriage, traditional relationship is marriage. But the modern relationship, especially now, since the advent of YouTube, the red pill, and things of that nature, there is a sense of there's no benefit to marriage. There's no benefit to marriage. And with the woman, it's kind of like, well, you're strong, you're independent, well, you're strong, your freedom, you're just as equal and qualified as men, so you can do what a man do. You don't need to depend on a man. And ladies, you need to know the difference between needing a man and depending on a man. Yes, you need a man, but you need police, and police are mostly made up of men. You need the military, they're mostly made up of men. Your job that they go to probably more than likely started by a man. But you don't depend on the man romantically for your survival. So depending on the man is that without the man you'll have nothing. And so, or you will starve to death. And so now that women are raised now are raised to not depend on the man. Now they in the modern in with the modern relationships, modern women are taught not to depend on a man, but to be a partner to a man. Traditionally, women are taught to be wives. But now, since men are being taught, there's no benefit to marriage, and women are really taught, you know what I mean, you can't depend on the man, and so both go into relationships acting accordingly. But the only thing that would really cancel all this out is that if the man is crazy about the woman, as well as that woman being crazy about that man. That way all of it cancels out. But those relationships are few and far between. There's no such thing as a perfect person. If you're waiting on perfection, you'll be perfect when you die. Death is perfect. Death is the only thing that's perfect. And death has been the same from beginning of time to the end of time. Death is the same. But while we're here, things are imperfect. And nobody wants perfection. But traditionally, in traditional relationships, we all knew this. We all knew this. In traditional relationships, men were more honest. Well, I would say more honest. They were more upfront. They were more masculine. Not they were more say what you mean what you say, do what you say you're gonna do. And whatever come behind that. Now it's trying to be slick, wishy washy, say one thing, do another. Men men looking for women for leadership. And women, you know what I mean? And women is tired of waiting on men to be leaders. Basically what it boils down to. And so now again, let me preface all this by saying economists determine relationships. So now we went from agriculture to industrial, from industrial to automated. We're not going back to agriculture anymore. And we're consistently moving away from manufacturing. Now we're more automated. Now we're moving more towards automation. And so since we're moving more towards automation, and when women can make it just as much as men with the same physical effort. You don't need muscles to be an engineer. You don't need a strong backbone to be a surgeon. You don't need a strong legs to be a scientist, to be an attorney, to be a lawyer, to be a financial advisor, to work from home, to be a coder. Women and men can do all these things, and all of these are high earning occupations. So with that being said, a woman don't need a man to survive if she pursues a degree. If she goes to college to pursue a degree. Now let me pause right here. For the young ladies who are currently going to college, in college, whatever the case may be, you are in college to get a degree. Period. Now, what the live individuals say, well, you go to college to find a husband. No, you do not. Now, some do. Some do, find a a husband, a spouse in college, but you're not in school to find a spouse. Women are not in college learning how to be wives. Women are in college basically to learn a trade, a skill, occupation. Now, some women, this is traditional, and this is cultural. Some women, they prepare to be a certain individual's wife. Kind of like if they want an engineer, what they would start in middle school, get great grades, get great test scores, all throughout middle school, high school, get accepted into a good college, major in engineering or coding or um, pre-law, law, pre-med, medical, biology, chemistry, so forth and so on, so they can be seen by a man in those majors. So certain cultures prep for being a wife far back as middle school and high school. You want a lawyer? If you want an attorney, it'd be good for you to get accepted in law school. Now you don't stop, just because you like a person. He's not if he's 18, 19, 20, 21. A lot of times, not all individuals, typically they're in no position to be husbands. Like you're in no position to be a wife. So what you should do is finish your degree just like you came to school to do. And if you are in a relationship, then that your relationship is your relationship, and y'all guys take it from there. That is old as the hills. That is old as the hills. So certain cultures, you know what I mean? Certain cultures of women, they go to school and some of them kind of scatterbrain, chasing money. They just know they don't want to have to depend on a man. But so they go with whatever they seeing in high school and middle school and certain types of women. It comes from middle school. Okay, well, they see mother going through this, see the mama going through that, goes to college. Well, I'm not finna go through that. I'm not finna put up with that. So they go hard in college. And so now, once they get their degree, they get a bachelor's, then they get a master's, and they get a great job, making 75,000 or whatever the case may be, 50 to 75,000 a year, and they know, peace of mind, I can do what I want to do and don't have to answer to a man. But if a man comes along, I don't need you for nothing. I don't want you for nothing, except that man. Now, men it's been the same way the whole time. High school, we're not preparing to be husbands. We're not preparing for a family. We're just going to have fun. After high school, learn a trade or work. Learn a trade, work, or go to school. And so we're doing the same thing. It's all about survival. We're not planning on taking care of a family. We don't think about taking care of a family, but the woman, certain cultures, the woman is looking for a man in those trades. And see, sometimes the women get the degrees on the way to trying to find a husband. And so they work the degree until they find a husband. Because in certain cultures, them women want to be mothers and wives. So now, what's missing between traditional marriages and modern marriages is the courting process. traditionally courting. Modern is vetting. So men court, and now modern times, men should be vetting. Because a woman, whether it's traditional or modern, she gonna test you. Period. I ain't even got to say that. She gonna test you. And so I think men, need to adapt to change because a modern man, he have gotten smarter. He's got more in tune with mental health, finances, um, really being self-centered. Because traditional men were more about family. It was family. It was others first. Now, modern men is more about me first. And women, for the most part, have them all about themselves the whole time. All about themselves the whole time. It is what it is. It is. It is what it is. Now, some women are caring, giving, sharing. Typically, you have occupations like nurses, nurse practitioners, caregivers. They're giving. Even other women, other occupational women, they're giving. They will share. They will share. But the main reason why, the main reason why, well, two reasons. One, it's you have a harder time now keeping a woman's attention. That's one. Two, you're using the same thing to try to keep the woman, and there's money, and she's making her own. And you're trying to use the money to attract. You're trying to use a little money to attract a woman, and that only goes so far. Now, I heard an individual say, "Well, a woman may get with a man who's a blue collar man. He pays for her to finish her education, and now that she get an education, she leaves that man. That's messed up. And when it's time for her to do something, she want to get on down. She can say she gonna take it on man. Well, brother, I will say this. You know what I mean? I will say this. You might, just might, have to count it all joy. Take that lesson. Take that lesson. See, that's the problem. Oh, man. I don't want them doing this. I don't want them doing that. You walk around scared. She may use me for resources. And I'm going to tell you something. If I got an inkling that this happening, so what did she do? Take that back. So what did she do? Good riddance. Good riddance. Period. Good riddance. Oh, what? They call 20,000? 20,000 have peace of mind? You can have it. Oh, psh. Oh, they the 20. I ain't no. Nah, man. Okay. You outgrown me? Oh, okay. Well, my manhood is worth more than that. But see, you looking at the money loss. And another thing, the one reason why modern relationships, and I got to say it, fail, because the modern man is not the modern quote unquote male, the high value male is not a man. Our grandfathers were men. There wasn't no chumps or cowards. At least I take that back. Mine wasn't. No simp suckers, no coward, or nothing like that. Most of them scared to be men. Say what you mean what you say, do what you say you're gonna do. You know what I mean? You rather have sex than respect. So, with that being said, I went on with 20 minutes. Been a long time. But other than that, the two main reasons that modern relationships fail. One is modern relationships fail because the process is microwaved. And two, money. Meaning that whoever controls the money controls the relationship. And modern women work hard not to be controlled, and some men have a controlling nature. Change your mind, change your thinking, change your outcome. Talk to y'all later.